And when did you start writing?
Um, I started writing when I was a child, to be honest with you. Obviously, I didn't write this book, Single Latina in LA, when I was a child. Um, that when I started Single Latina LA, I wrote started writing 5 years ago. But I remember when I was a kid in my mom's office, I remember being 7 years old and we'd have to stay there after school and do our homework. And I used to write on her secretary's old typewriter. And I remember writing like Donald Duck stories that he went to a river, and I was just like so proud of it to be typing it and like doing my edits. And so that was my first memory of writing.
And how many books have you written so far?
One and only. And this is my first one, Single Latina in LA. And I published it in February, so just a few months ago. And like I said, it was self-published. And I started it 5 years ago. However, during COVID, it was just, I had lunch with a girlfriend of mine. She's an author. Her name's Keisha Simpson. And she's always been like, we have like the similar goals, but she's the one who does it first, like without hesitation. She just does things with abandon. And so she's like, just do it. What are you waiting for? And I was like, you're right. I'm going to do it. So I did it like at the end of COVID. And then I just got into it and I did all the original artwork too. And it was just awesome.
Yeah, I like the cover of your book. I was curious about, did you take that picture or was it an illustrator?
Yeah, so that's a picture of me in Vegas at the Link merry-go-round. And a girlfriend of mine took it of me. Her name's Natalie Trejo. She's a really talented photographer. And we were there last September for my birthday on a road trip. And we're all about photography and we just love to just go out, grab a camera and take photo shots, to take photo shoots, like modeling shots. Like, so that's what we were doing. And I didn't have any intention at that time to use my photography in my book, but it just came about that way. So one night I literally just wrote my very first story and then I sent it in the next day. I didn't even edit it, hardly edit it. It was just on a whim. And then they published it. And then like I ended up doing a radio interview because of it, like with Ryan Seacrest, because my cousins, my family, were all here. So, they were just promoting it and all that. And so that story is actually in my book. It's the very first story. And like I said, that was my inspiration, was the LA Times article. And you can find that too if you search up Christine Aguilar LA Times. It'll be in there. And I use that artwork too. So for each story, I did original artwork to kind of give a hint of what elements were in that story. So for that LA Times one, I used like this. And for each
Love it, a collage.
Yeah, for each cover, for each story, I did a collage, and I always snuck myself in there. If you know me and you know my measurements, you will find me in other locations. So anyhow, yeah, you'll see me. I snuck myself in there, and that's the LA Times artwork. But it's original because I recreated it in a different way. So don't come for me, copyright people.
Well, and then speaking of your cousin, apparently one of them is here attending and they say congratulations.
Thank you.
Why are you afraid of writing a longer novel?
Say that again.
They're asking, why are you afraid of writing a longer novel? Sounds like they're a fan. It's nice when you have fans in the family.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I just feel so blessed to have my family and like friends support me. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just afraid because it just seems so much. It seems like such a commitment. And maybe it's just like a little bit of self-doubt. Like, I feel like they'd be bored by the end. Like, I'm not going to hold somebody's attention that long, I guess. So that's why I like quick, short stories, like in and out,
All right. And then another question, I think this might be a good one to wrap it up with, is Your book sounds really interesting, is what they said. And where can they get it? And you also mentioned social media and places that people can find you. So where can people find you if they want to ask you more about your book or share their stories, which would be kind of cool?
Yeah, right. It's on Amazon eBooks. So like I said, just go to Amazon eBooks and you type in single Latina in LA and you'll see me on the cover posing. And I'm on Instagram, Chrisma, CHRIS, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, 78. So that's me, Chrisma, 78.